Hi again then guys, so we've got another drag spec tune for Gran Turismo 6 for you today, and this time it's for a pretty popular drag car and top speed car, the RUF CTR2. So you want your racing soft tyres as always. For your suspension, we've got the ride height as high as possible, front and rear. Springs we've decreased to 4 and 7. Dampers on the compression we've got 1, and for extension we've got 3. Anti-roll as high as possible to keep the car going nice and straight. Camber and toe neutral to get as much tyre contact to the road as possible. For the gearbox we've got the highest possible auto setting. Then for the individual gears we've gone for 2680, 1800, 1290, 1000, 785 and 570 with a final drive of 2.9. For the diff we've got the highest initial torque for that explosive launch off the line, high acceleration and low braking sensitivity. We've got a 50-50 torque split on this one. All the power upgrades, obviously, there's only 2 that you can do, and I will be using NOS on this run, and obviously you want weight loss. Traction control will be turned off, and as always I will be using an automatic gearbox. So if you do choose to use manual, you will obviously, depending on your skill at gear changing, be quicker than this. Now the car that we're going up against is, as always, a more powerful model. We're putting it up against another very popular drag car, the Corvette ZR1, which has around 100 horsepower more than this car. So let's see how this car compares to that. Now both cars are using racing soft tyres, automatic gearbox and NOS. Now off the line, obviously, the RUF has the advantage with all-wheel drive, and it does leave the Corvette behind for, say, around 400 metres, 1,000 metres, that kind of thing. As you would expect, it is significantly quicker. But how does it compare top end? Because the Corvette ZR1 is one of the quickest drag cars for top end performance in the game when it's tuned specifically for drag. Now the Corvette that I'm going up against here is not specifically tuned for drag, it's a top speed tune. So as you can see, the top speed is superior on the Corvette to the RUF. But still, the RUF does a pretty good job considering it has 100 horsepower less than the Corvette and inferior aerodynamics at keeping the Corvette at bay. Now there are far too many times to list for this car, so as always I will be putting those in the video description. But for the highlights of those, this car will hit 60 in 1.3 seconds, it'll hit 200 in 9.4, it'll hit 250 in 16.4, does the quarter mile in 7.7, and it can cover from a standing start 4 miles in less than 1 minute. It's actually 56.9 seconds, so it's a seriously quick car. And incidentally, the cruising speed is about 285 on this one on the straights, and it does actually also handle pretty well, although it's obviously a drag tune. So I hope you guys find this tune setup helpful. I hope you enjoy using the car. If you did find it helpful, feel free to subscribe. We put out new drag tunes every weekend, new top speed tunes every day, and as always, thanks for watching.